Hi, welcome back to Dinner Friends. Today we're reading wolves. Wolves are my favorite animals, by the way. Look at them! Aren't they cute? And by the way, wolves are about to be extinct anyways. So I have to love them anyways. In the north, a gray wolf trots across the Alaskan tundra. His slender legs carry him easily. Wolves are travelers made for long distances. The top speed for running wolf approaches 30 miles, 48 kilometers an hour. At a trot, wolf may cover 20 or 30 miles, up to 48 kilometers in a day, but journeys of more than 100 miles, 161 kilometers, in 24 hours have maybe reported. The gray wolf, though, is not going so far. Not today. He will stay near the den, the summer home of his pack. During this time of year, there are pups to be watched over, pups to be carried and fed. Wolves are social animals. Wolf pack is mostly made up of a family. Though a pack might be just a pair of wolves, it can also be a number, a dozen. An average wolf weighs somewhere between 800 and 100 pounds. A wolf may measure up to 3 feet, 1 meter, tall at the shoulder. Rough. Wait. At first glance, a wolf looks a lot like a husky dog or a mammut. Most scientists agree that our dogs are distant from wolves. Take a closer look. Close-up of a wolf's paw print. A long time ago, at least 12,000 years, humans beings to domesticate wolves. People raised wolf pups and kept the tamest ones. Very slowly, over thousands of years, the baby pups raised by humans changed and grew much tamer. The wolves will be wild animals. Domesticated wolves gradually became dogs we know today. When a wolf comes to a creek, the gray wolf wades into a drink. The paw prints he leaves in the mud seem huge. The wolf shakes the water from its fur and goes on. The Alaskan tundra is beautiful. There are hills and rocks and grasses and small flowering things, but no tall trees. Just under the ground surface is solid. The solid is frozen. Even in the summer, the air is chilly. It is very cold here for humans in the winter, but a wolf can turn around and around to make a bed in the snow. Oh, his face is kind of cut off. Sad. I know. Yep, it is. He will protect his nose with his bushy tail and go to sleep in temperatures of 30 degrees to 40 Fahrenheit. 34 to 40 Celsius below zero. Wolves may come in colors: white, gray, black, tawny, golden, red. Cold and months, the wolves blend in with winter landscapes. When they hurt, they're like ghosts in the world of white. The wolves stop to sniff at a bush. Ugh. I know what's going to happen next. To one side of its path. It has served as scent post for some time. It lifts its leg and leaves its mark. The smell tells the pack that he has been here, and it will warn the strange wolves away. Scientists call this sense marking. Yeah, disgusting.
Why do you think that's important?
I don't know.
So that they know where they were? So they can claim the territory? Very good.
In the last hour, the wolf has eaten a number of mice, voles, and lemmings has chased, but didn't catch a swift-voiced Arctic hare. On his way back to the den, the wolf's ears pricked forward. He pounces on a mouse. Take an inside look. The inside of a wolf den. Aww.
I thought you said the inside of a wolf. I was like, seriously?
The pups are happy to see him, though they whisper and lick the big wolf's mouth. In response, he throws up or regurgitates some partly digested meat. In the wild, animals often must bring food home in their bellies. It's like a bird. Wait, I know, I already showed you that. The wolf's mate is the color of coffee. Her eyes are very bright. They touch noses. She's 5 years old. The male is 6.
Oh.
There, she's so fluffy.
She looks like you in color.
How dare you? Oh. 3 more young wolves form the pack. All pups from seasons before, whining, tails wagging, they greet their father. This is why I like wolves. Wolves howl in a way that almost is like singing. They yip, yap, whimper, whine, and bark. Wolves talk to communicate in other ways too, with their scent marking and with the way of moving their bodies. As a cat.
Oh, wrong animal?
A wolf might wiggle and wag in an invitation to play, or he might roll over his back to show he means no harm. This kind of communication is often called body language. You're playing. Adorable. Each wolf has a special place in the pack. The leader is usually a male, and the other wolves in the pack will follow him as they hunt, as they eat, and in play. the leader's mate who chooses the site for the den, and the other wolves will stay nearby. For the first 2 or 3 years of their lives, young wolves remain with their pack. Then they may go off to find mates and start families of their own. Once there are wolves all across North America. You're probably living in a place where wolves once roamed. Back then, there were great herds of caribou in the Northlands. To south were moose and elk and deer and bison on the plains. Wolves hunted these animals, and so did Native Americans. Though sometimes hunted wolves, they used wolf fur for clothing. Many of their stories show wolves as equals, as powerful spirits, as friends, and as teachers. Take a closer look. Take a look back. Native Americans wolf mask.
Cool.
It looks scary. Especially that you didn't even brush your teeth. When the Europeans colonists came to North America, they brought different ideas about land and about wolves. They built houses and barns. They built pens to keep their farm animals or livestock. They killed wolves to keep their animals safe. Well, not keeping wolves safe. They're animals. Jeez, they're mean. Over time, the new settlers slowly tamed the land as cows and horses and sheep replaced bison and deer. As fences became to mark the places where one person owned this and another that, the wilderness has changed forever. It became, at last, the towns and farms and cities we know today. No, the wolves have no place to stay now. So sad. When wolves could no longer hunt native animals, they turned to hunting livestock. Then people hunted wolves. They caught wolves in steel traps. Wolves were shot or they were poisoned. Other animals ate poison and died, too. Foxes, coyotes, badgers, bears, eagles, ravens, and more. This is a wolf trap.
And then Little Red Riding Hood came around.
Stop it.
That makes sense.
Wolves were killed to protect livestock, and wolves were also killed for their fur, which made into warm clothing. Wolf hunters collected bounties. They were paid for each wolf they killed.
Oh, I get it. The story why he said that.
All across America, wolves were dying out. They just disappeared from the east and almost completely from the south. The plains wolves and western packs vanished. In many parts of the country, wolves are seriously endangered. By the mid-90s, wolves lived only in Alaska and in the northern woods of Michigan, Wisconsin, and Minnesota. I know there's places. Just when it seemed wolves might be killed off together, people's ideas began to change. Scientists studied wolves, and they learned more about keeping the balance of the hunters to the hunted, and the predators to prey. Wolves are predators. Predators are hunters, and must eat meat to survive. Meat eaters are also called carnivores. The animals they hunt are known as prey. Predators are part of the natural balance, but the wolves in America were almost gone. So laws were passed in the United States to help the native wildlife. One of the most important was the Endangered Species Act of 1973. This law made it to a crime to trap or kill certain animals, including the wolves, in lower 48 states. The law also tried to protect the places where animals lived, like the Alaskan tundra, and to the mountain in the balance of areas in wilderness. It took many years, but wolves were finally brought back to a few places, like Yellowstone National Park, in the border of where Ohio, Montana, and Wyoming meet. This is Yellowstone National Park. Wolves have lived free in Yellowstone since 1995. For the most part, they have done what wildlife experts expected. The wolves have hunted deer and elk and bison and killed the weakest animals. The stronger, healthier animals lived on. It may be too early to tell, but perhaps that balance is being restored there. In the meantime, far away, the gray wolf raised his head to howl. It is time for the pack to hunt. When winter comes, the pups will be almost grown. They will travel with the pack. They'll learn to track caribou and to hunt, and to curl and keep in warm and snow. They'll howl with each other's. They'll learn to sing. Thanks for watching. Bye.